This thrift haul is mainly pink and green. Hello there, I'm Julie from Julie Davis Flower Workshops and Flowers Start, the online flower arranging classes. I'm in my kitchen, it's Good Friday, and I'm busy cooking hot cross buns and simnel cake. So while those are in the oven baking, let me show you through my latest thrift haul. First up with the pink and green is this little bedside water carafe, and I really love what looks like to be hand painted flowers around the edge. So I can use that as a carafe on my bedside table, or perhaps even as a standalone bud vase. I've had a bit of a disaster with this thrifted find. I think it cost me £1. What a beautiful green tinted glass mason jar, you're thinking. That's going to look great with those little grid lids that you find on Amazon, Julie. But yes, I ran it through the dishwasher and the coating on it is slightly plasticky and it started to peel off. So this will be something I'll be able to enjoy at home for myself. It won't be something I'll be putting for sale on my Facebook group. And by the way, if you're not already a member, that's where all the action happens. So do check out Flowers Start World. I'll leave a link to the group in the show notes underneath the video. It was my birthday a couple of days ago, and boy, were these a birthday thrifted treat. I bought 4 glass plates from a charity shop in Cambridge where we were spending a few nights. Now the lady in the shop said she thought they were made by a Finnish designer, so I looked it up. I'm not convinced. What do you think? Do these look like a mid-century modern piece? I've used the app Google Lens to take a photograph and then see what came up. And there is a link to a Finnish designer called Oliver Toika. And this design with the little drops on it is from the Dewdrop collection. Now, I'm not convinced that this is a piece of this mid-century modern glassware. I think my glassware is too bright, too pastel green. And the ones I've seen online have either been a mossy green or a really electric emerald green. If you know anything about mid-century glassware, or indeed your Finnish designers, let me know in the comments whether you think this is an Oliver Toika piece. What do you think about these Ivy red transferware plates? They're a little bit different from my normal collection, but I thought they would look great on my Easter table. I bought them from a local vintage market for about £1 each. I thought I'd layer them up with my green glass plates and use these wooden napkin rings and some vintage napkins to create some Easter rabbits. These are papier-mâché eggs and they would be so easy to make. You just need a polystyrene base and then some multicoloured mottled papers and glue them on using PVA. Mine are actually Easter egg hangers, so I'm going to hide those little bits of string when I put the napkin together. And I've got some old napkins here. Some of them would have come from my grandmother, some of them from charity shops, and I fold the square in half to make a triangle and then from the long end roll up and then tuck the little label away, sandwich in the egg, and I'm just going to make sure I hide that little bit of string, and then once I've got that all secure, pull the 2 bits of what will be the ears of the bunny up together and slide a napkin ring on. While I make my 2 other bunny napkin details, let's have a talk about going vintage shopping. How confident are you when you go to a vintage market? I'm not confident at all, and I much prefer when everything is priced and available in the shop and you go up to the till and you pay your money. But I did push myself this month when I went to my local vintage market, and although I didn't really talk to many of the retailers, I did sort of ease myself in by going to the bargain basement buckets, and that's where I found that lots of the retailers put in their small items that may only cost £1 or 50p, or sometimes they bundle items together and you can get 3 or 4 for £5, and I found that was a really great introductory way to sit down, have a really good look at what was on sale, and then from there, of course, the vendors will come to you instead of you having to strike up a conversation to find out how much everything costs. As I'm editing this video, I've now taken my simnel cake out of the oven. I've split my recipe in half this year. Instead of making a round cake, I've made 2 loaves I like the marzipan that layered into the middle of the simnel cake, but my husband doesn't, so we got his and her cakes. Do you enjoy celebrating the high days and holidays too? Let me know in the comments. Here I am just having a little practice and see how I'm going to get on layering up my vintage finds, my thrifted finds, with my pink plate at the bottom, the glassware on the top, and then my little rabbit shaped napkins with the napkins rings that cost me £1. That's all from me for now, and I'll see you in the next video.